we're going with that trendy. Let's wear bright yellow. That's it. We're going there. We'll even just our friend Little Rob in yellow, stuff like that. They really like Little Rob because, well, he's the only person they can call Little Rob. As far as their back. Now that's
where's that at, Mardi Gras?
Randy Silverhead still come back.
Maybe.
That tire, they decided just to let go on that one, and I do believe the cocktails were involved somehow.
That's got to be trendy.
Now, I thought they would go with the classic, the cool, formal wear that they should be wearing for something like this. And this really is. I can even feel good now. But, no, one final photo, the oldest photo that I have, is actually from spring '94.
Tom, is it? It is?
This is mugs. Three fans, everybody dressed in stripes and dressed like furniture. It's kind of important in that this happened about 3 months after he moved to Atlanta, and my brother Tony and I invited him over for Easter there to get a feel of home, and that feeling of Halloween. Easter. So that's sort of why we did that. That picture is kind of important. But that brings us back to the sense of home. That brings us back to the invitation. The line that caught me was the shortest one on here. At their home. Subtle, very subtle. Simply at their house, at the jungle. Very, very, very subtle difference. A house is really a place of familiarity, of security, comfort zone. It's created from the memories of your childhood based on the values that you had growing up. It's a place of celebration, happiness, reflection, and love. There are also problems that are affiliated with this. There's teamwork, there are commitments, there are all of these things. But there are air conditioning going down. They always get easily taken care of. And through the many years that you've been together, you have created a home for yourself, and you've invited all of us into your partner. And through this, basically, this events today, you're more or less formalizing that you have now found and created this home of family, friends, comfort zone, a place of happiness, a place of affection, a place of love. And you're sharing it with us all here today. On behalf of this group here, we're very happy to have been invited, and we'll cherish the many, many, many years we'll be together in your home.
Next, we have a very dear friend of Tim and Tommy's. And first, she is known as a professional entertainer. Second, a controller for a commercial access control company. She had to have a bio, But most importantly, she is a very dear friend. So I present to you Monica.
Well, I don't have graphics. I don't know how to follow this. I'm not quite ready to go to the... Woo! Okay. There's going to be some repetition here, of course, throughout our little talks. But I think, first of all, when I made a commitment to y'all to be a part of this, I didn't know I was going to learn so much. I thought being 45 years old, I I had just about learned every fag thing I could learn. Wrong. I had been domesticated.
Amen, sister.
I never imagined what I have done since Thursday. Never in a million years. This weekend I've been playing host to Tommy's mother and sister. And when we talked about it, I was, ecstatic about doing that because I know how special they are to Tommy, and I thought, oh, well, what an honor. And then I thought, oh my God, he's been calling me Monica sometimes. Sometimes he calls me Richard. Sometimes he says Monica Richard, Monica Richard, Richard Monica. So they arrive at my front door and they're like, oh, hi. You know that look when you go into a heterosexual party? You're the only queen there. They're not real clear. Y'all know, there's a bunch of queens here. It's that look like, do I hug you? Do I shake your hand? Do I say, hey, what's happening? What happens? You just don't know how to act. But I have to tell you, my perception of his parents was completely different up until Thursday. He speaks of them all the time, but I never imagined that there could ever be another set like my parents. I thought my parents were the most understanding, most outgoing. Now, of course, it's taken them 45 years to get to that point that, okay, well, I don't think this is a phase he's going through. I do understand that. And that's what I want Tommy to remember. I think it's real important that, you're 32 years old, your daddy's got principles that have been instilled in him since birth, and of course, being a gay individual, number one, you already have a stripe. I would never wish this lifestyle on anybody. Of course, you celebrate it. You make it a positive thing, and that's what I celebrate with you guys. It's a positive thing. You've got 2 of your family here. That doesn't mean the rest are not thinking of you right now. It doesn't mean that they don't care to interact with either of you in the future. That's not what it's about. It's about reaching goals, reaching points in your life that you can identify with each other. You're just at different levels right now. It doesn't mean that we don't meet up eventually. We're not there yet. But this is something that will be remembered by all for the future. All I can ask, and thank you for being here along with me in celebrating this commitment, taking the time to recognize what's going on. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Next we have a friend of theirs, Rex, who is here from Kansas City, I believe, right? Yes. And the only information I was able to get about Rex is that he was once known as the matriarch of the Wichita family. I'm not sure if that was good information or not. Tommy swore he was calling the airport. Anyway, the matriarch of the Wichita family, Rex, you're next.
Thank you. Now let me try to explain that. We had a very, very close-knit group of friends, and since I was so much older, at least 15 years before everybody, I was considered the matriarch, the head wolf that tried to keep all the youngins in place. And that was quite a task for another 10 years. That's one thing I remember from Wichita is that there wasn't a lot to do. In fact, they called it doodah because there wasn't a lot to do. But from that, a group of friends really became like family. And that's when I became to know Tom and Tim. And we did Christmases together, we did Easters together, we just spent all our time together. I've since left Wichita, and I don't think I've ever found friends like Tom and Tim before. And I don't ever think that I ever will, because they're just near and dear to your heart. They're the type of people that, no matter how many miles separate us, they're always still in my heart, or my mind. I did find a quote from George Eliot that I believe speaks to both, not only the past 10 years of their commitment towards each other, but also speaks to the future they're going to try to build with each other. And I'm a computer geek, so I do not do public speaking.
You're doing great.
But now I'm going to start reading, so and I apologize now. what greater thing is there